Ready, go.
Welcome back, everyone. This is going to be the Session 8 recap titled Time for a Oh my god! Um, the session began with the aftermath of Tarl going nuclear. Serga, which is the name of the general, informs Tarl that Stefan got away and Tarl vows to put his head on a spike. Darnell, whose real name is Norm, asks Stefan what the fuck happened because him and the other sidekick NPCs that were still alive were kind of sent off to the next block to basically hide. Um, and Stefan explained that the plan had went wrong. Stefan and Norm search the ashes for evidence of the jester's death, and eventually they find his gun, um, surviving due to possible magical properties. Norm brings up his village in the forest that definitely isn't the one that we totally didn't burn down, and that it may have magic shops in it. He also mentions that Tim used to spend a lot of time there and how mysteriously many of his village's women kept dying of a mysterious illness. And it seemed to stop when Tim left for some reason. And so they all set off on the road, and eventually arriving at this charred forest a couple days later, Norm still somehow has hopes that his village survived, even though it's a very clearly charred forest. Um, but sort of at the edge of this forest, Timekeeper shows up again, and he says he has two reasons to be there. One, he introduces Thregimos, this Thrycreen wizard artificer, time magic specialist who will help them kill Tarl, which is Richard's new player character. Should be noted, so it's not just an NPC. The second is to give a quest list of places where there are disturbances for us to deal with. After a fight with a couple of Gorgons and a quick stop at Norm's village, we set off for Dirkshire, which is the first of these locations where we are basically quested to go to deal with its werewolf problem. We signed Stefan's new book that he can speak to us through whenever it has their signatures in it. And when we arrive at this town, Thread decides to hit the books to research wolfsbane and sources of it in in the local area to try to cure this werewolf. Stefan and Norm take a more direct approach. And they go around the city investigating, questioning locals, and slaughtering almost everyone that they question. They had stumbled across a burglar or a serial killer or something who had only killed a couple people, and they slaughtered him. They questioned another guy who gave them locations to this guy's house, and they killed him. Um, and they arrive at the other person's house, get inside. He's nowhere to be found. So they killed the two people inside, one of them being a child, and the suspected werewolf shows up at the door, but starts running away as soon as Stefan and Norm start to attack. And by the time that they do manage to slay this werewolf and the 5 witnesses nearby, they have slaughtered 11 innocent, 10 innocents, 1 criminal, and then the werewolf. Thread had in a panic, having been informed of Stefan and Norm's activities via the book from time to time, alerted the guards and set off on a chase to try to stop them, following their trail of carnage. And then it all coming to a head when the guards had showed up, as Stefan slayed the actual werewolf and the witnesses. Stefan ran around a corner, disguised self, and then came back while the guards chased Stefan to try to track him down. And Thread informed the Timekeeper of what happened, and the Timekeeper freaks out. Thread explains to Stefan how events get locked in time, and we chose to kind of end the session there to try to save lives from Stefan and Norm's warpath, as it may not have stopped. So that's how that insane session had ended. Thank you for listening. Hope everyone is enjoying either these recaps or possibly even the sessions. That would be amazing. But have a good one.